Hello, I am Rita Ureña. I am studying at the Latina University in the ninth quarter, and this is my exam, translation and intercultural communication course. I am going to interview you. It's just a couple of questions. Number one. Hello again. What is your name and what quarter are you in?
Okay, my name is Brenda. I am in the ninth quarter at the University Latina.
Okay. Number two, have you ever traveled to a country where they speak a language other than Spanish?
Yes, I have traveled to another country where they speak another language than Spanish.
Okay. Number three, what was your first impression of communication in the country you visited, and did it match your expectation before traveling?
Okay, the first impression that I have at that time was very hard to me because I know a little bit on English, but it was not easy for me to understand the rest of the people as they used to talk in English fluently, and in some cases I misunderstanding what they wanted to say. And the expectation that I have wasn't like that because, as you know, when you travel, you want to understand what the other people talk to you, but I have to repeat it in some cases.
Okay. What strategies did you use to overcome misunderstanding or cultural barriers during your stay?
Okay, what I did was talk slowly in some cases because I need that they know that I didn't understand when they used to talk very fast, and also be polite with them. Try to repeat the words that I didn't understand because they speak too fast. Double check because do not suppose that I understand everything that they say to me, and avoid any misunderstanding or give bad response from them.
Okay, final question. How has your experience abroad influenced your perspective or intercultural communication and language learning today?
Okay, at that time and up today, I know the importance of learning intercultural communication because not only needs to understand the gesture that the other people have, is also to learn not only vocabulary or grammar as the school used to teach you. It's about to learn the metric that another country use, the cultural. In that way, if you listen in like a word that you are already related with, for example, if they are talking regarding to something about the countries, about the foods, you can understand because you know the different culture that they have. So for me, it's very important now to be listening some podcasts, some videos regarding to the different languages, not only culture, not only for the speaker, the English speaker, is also for about Japan, the US. So have the cultural knowledge about the different languages and communication for the rest of the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Rita Ureña. I am studying the Latina University in the ninth quarter, and this is my exam for the translation and intercultural communication course. Today I am going to interview you. It's just a couple of questions. The number one. Hello again. What is your name and what quarter are you in?
Hello people, I'm Pastor Concepcion and I have a 9th semester in English career.
Okay. Number two, have you ever traveled to a country where they speak a language other than Spanish?
Not exactly other country, but here in Panama I visit other places such as Nové Google, where spoke other language.
What was your first impression of communication in the country you visit, and did it match your expectation before traveling?
Okay, I see how they understand each other and how they communicate easy. So how the children learn to throw a song, sign, or object, sound, for example.
What strategies did you use to overcome misunderstanding or cultural barriers during your stay?
Okay, well, I use the same strategy they use, for example, sign object or ask someone that in this language, for example, communicating with them.
And the last question, how has your experience about influenced your perspective on intercultural communication and language learning today?
Well, I motivated me to want to learn other language, for example, French or Russian. So because I want to communicate with other people. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Joanna Mujica. I am student at the Latina University in the ninth quarter. This is my final exam, the translation and intercultural communication. Today I'm going to interview you and just couple of the questions. Hello again. What is your name and what quarter are you in?
Hello, my name is Lorena Gonzalez. I am 9th semester, quarter.
Have you ever traveled to a country where they speak a language than other Spanish?
Yes, I traveled to England, specifically to London and the tourist attraction.
Okay. What was your first impression of the community in the country you visit, and did it match your experience before traveling?
Well, at first time I was quite difficult because of the accent, which is hard to understand the way they speak. But with practice I was able to communicate better, and I did match my expectation because it's really phenomenal place.
Okay. How did cultural norms or non-verbal communication influence your interaction with the local people?
They had a big influence because it was my first time visiting a place like that. Personality, they are very ordinary. Or they're orderly, polite. You can make mistakes when speaking, and they wait for you to finish before responding with great patience.
And the last question is, how has your experience abroad influenced your perspective and intercultural communication and language learning today?
Well, I'm joining my experience in England because of the culture, the accent, and the food.
Thank you, Davina.
My name is Joanna Mujica. I am a student in Latina University in the ninth quarter. This is my final exam, the Translation and Intercultural Communication course. Today I'm going to interview you a couple of questions. Hello again. What is your name and what quarter are you in?
My name is Emilio Ledman. I am in ninth quarter university.
Okay. Have you ever traveled to a country where they speak a language other than Spanish?
I used to travel to the United States.
What was your first impression of communicating in the country you visit and did this match your expectation before traveling?
I feel like it was the same just talk we know with someone in Spanish, but it feels kind of different in a cultural way.
What strategies did you use to overcome misunderstanding of cultural barriers during your stay?
My principal strategy was learn and talk much from my friends that explain me how was the correct form on the most usual words that they use then.
And the last is how has your experience abroad influenced your perspective on intercultural communication and language learning today?
It opened my mind and I can understand and learn that there are a lot of forms of communication that you can see in other countries and understand them more.
Okay, thank you, Mi.